calling them suckers and losers is not a good thing.
He never said that. That isn't that. No, see, now this is where we're getting into fraud territory. He never said suckers and losers.
White House people confirmed he said
it. It was by Jeffrey Goldberg from The Atlantic. We know that slippery little snake that he is.
That's not patriotism.
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today, guys, we're back here into a new video. Today, we're going to check out Charlie Kirk, Rex leftist who thinks women have prostrates. Okay, this is going to be amazing to watch. I call him Charlie Kick because he loves kicking us. Let's get right into today's video, guys.
Can a woman have a prostate?
Yes.
Tell me how.
Transgender women.
Okay, so
transgender women. So people who identify as a woman within society, they present with their gender expression as feminine.
So you have to just give me a working definition of then what a woman is. What is a woman?
It is anyone who identifies as that way.
But
and it's okay. You guys don't feel that way. It's okay.
Time out though. But that doesn't actually describe a woman. That's just saying that anyone can be a woman.
But do you need the definition of a woman to know what one is?
100%. Of course you do.
I don't.
I mean, but of course you. But first of all, yes. But isn't it just like a little bit silly? You can't answer this fundamental biological question of what a woman is.
But again, you're asking me about sex. You're asking me about what a female sex is, and I can tell you what the female sex is. But as for a woman, which is a gendered term created from the terminology of the creation of gender.
We because we live in reality reject the term gender.
Okay.
Right. And again, you didn't even know where it was from. I'm not criticizing you because you're in anthropology studying and I'm not. That's fine. But getting back to its core roots, I just want to make sure that we are clear that anybody can become a woman.
Yes.
Right? Okay. When is womanhood achieved?
That's not about an achievement. It's not like it's a race. You don't race to achieve womanhood or manhood.
So at any point, at any time, someone can become a woman.
Yes, and they can achieve womanhood and experience it. They can experience what it's like to be a woman and being a woman.
But so basically, to be a woman is just a mindset.
Yeah.
Males should have to contribute just as much to a female's pregnancy if she is going to carry said thing.
Fair. Let me hold you to that standard then. Time out. Therefore, if a woman is going to have an abortion, is it 50% the man's decision?
If we hold males to this responsibility, I believe that they should at least be able to have a say. But that is my personal opinion.
Or 20%?
In the end, it is a female's body. And they have the right to decide what they do with their body.
Okay, but to just to play that out, if the baby is a baby girl in there, doesn't that baby girl also have a right to decide to her own body?
We're still they can't even make decisions yet.
Exactly. So then isn't it best not to terminate them because they can't make decisions?
You're still not answering my question. How are we supposed to hold the person? Because you just said that pregnancy comes from two people, does it not? And you're supposed to be responsible for your own orgasm.
Yes, I know how reproduction works. If your contention is that men should be held more accountable for impregnating women, yeah, of course, the law already reflects a lot of that. That's why child support decisions go 99% against men. Okay? Yeah. The law is way in the woman's favor. A lot of times it should be.
But a lot of the times in one-night stands, that's just simply not the case.
Stop having one-night stands. You don't have to have sex. It's not like a thing you need to do.
You said you had sex, and now you have to live with the consequences.
Yes.
So both people should have to live with the consequences.
Yes, and here I am with this radical idea that all of humanity embraced for 2,000 years, which the best way to live is to get married and then have sex.
I mean, I have service members in my family that were Vietnam War vets, and I think calling them suckers and losers is not a good thing.
He never said that. See, now this is where we're getting into fraud territory. He never said suckers and losers.
White House people confirmed he said it.
It was by Jeffrey Goldberg from The Atlantic. We know that slippery little snake that he is.
That's not patriotism.
The chief of staff and the national security advisor that hates him, John Bolton, said that he never said that about the D-Day. So do not come up here and peddle hoaxes. You have to be very accurate. You have to look at original source documents. But he never said suckers and losers. President Trump would never believe that, think that. In fact, he's been a wonderful fighter for America's military and will continue to do so. He never said suckers and losers. That is not correct.
We can dispute that, but sure.
There's no evidence.
All right.
Do you have another thing on your piece of paper you'd like to mention?
No, just that you're a coward and not a patriot.
Thank you.
But dealing with the same thing over and over again, they're all saying the same thing, and it's freaking tired. It's tiring saying the same thing to I don't know how people come out and say this bullshit. I don't know how Charlie does this because it feels like you have corrected a lot of people and they are still coming back to tell you the same bullshit. Number one, the first lady who came there who can't define what a woman is, who said bullshit about womanhood, anyone can be a woman. Like, it's a stupid statement to say. I'm freaking tired of those people. Like, it's very, very annoying. Like, it's annoying. Frankly speaking, it's very, very annoying. And Charlie answering them, it's something. I know that Charlie's trying to correct them, but at the same time, they just don't like to listen. It's frustrating every single time. You know what a woman is. The first lady who came here, she's a full example of what a woman is. A female with excess chromosome. It's as simple as that, and she's a woman. But she says anyone who identifies as one. That's what she's implying. So why in the world would we tell me anyone who identifies as one is a woman? It makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. This is a mental delusion that is affecting every single person. People are living in fairy tales. People are living in psychological destruction. Because this is crazy for you to tell me that anyone who identifies as a woman is a woman. So even if it's a child, a 6 years old, 10 years, who says a woman? A 6 years old man who says a woman is a woman. Does that make any sense? No. That's a mental delusion. And they're passing this to young kids, which is terrible. Which is very, very bad. And the painful thing is that they don't see anything bad in what they're saying. And they just don't want to accept the fact that they are at fault. The truth of the matter is that a woman is a female who have excess chromosome. It's as simple as that. That is the pure definition. You can't define what a woman is and you are one. You have the whole characteristics of a woman. The second lady who came up and said the child support, the child who is growing in a woman should be for both sex, the male and for the female. We are not disputing that fact. If you give the man, the person who impregnated you, if you tell him, oh, I'm pregnant, we're both going to bear responsibility for the action. It's as simple as that. Tell him, just don't carry out an action by getting rid of the child because it's your body. It's not just your body. You're not the one who, the child, the sperm did not just fall on you. It was through someone. You get? It was through someone. Child supports women 90%. When you go to child custody, child support, most of the time is always supporting the women's side. You understand? Sometimes I feel like it looks biased, but at the same time it favors women more. Okay, it favors women, but at the same time, women should not take decision because it's their body that the child is growing in. They just take decision and get rid of the child. If you are pregnant for a man, and the man says you should get rid of the child, and you just don't want to get rid of the child, then don't get rid of it. Even if the man is pushing you, don't try it. It was an action. Both of you have to face the consequences. Do you understand? There are other means of prevention. There's condom, there's IUD, there's implants. Condom is the most easiest and the most accessible one. The man ought to wear condom. There's condom for ladies. It's as simple as that. Then why in the world will you guys go raw and expect magic to happen that baby will not be formed? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And she was talking about one night stand. Why would you be having one night stand with someone you barely know? One night stand with someone who you barely know and you're going raw with him. You don't know if you have any disease or if he has HIV or anything. You are going raw with him, with someone who you just met and he did not wear any condom at all. Neither do you wear any condom. It makes no sense. Then the last guy who was saying bullshit about Donald Trump, that guy is a hater and he shouldn't have called Charlie a coward. I think I've checked out this video earlier on. He shouldn't have called Charlie a coward. It makes no sense for you to insult Charlie like that. If you do not like what to say, then shut your goddamn ass, your mouth up. Shut your mouth up and leave the mic. You get off the stage. You don't have to insult him. This was beautiful to watch. I love how Charlie handled every single one of them. Charlie is really trying, debating with these college students because you are putting them straight and they have listened to other students who came before them and you have corrected them and they will come onto the mic and say the same thing. It's very, very annoying. Because they all know the truth, but they just choose to gaslight it every single time. Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video to as many as you can. Subscribe to our channel, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.